All right, welcome to Twin Tarot. I'm David.
I'm Gary.
And I started before it even went to 1 second. What was it reading on yours that time?
2 or 3.
Oh, Jesus. Anyways, today we're going to read about Donald Trump.
Yeah, the health of Donald Trump.
Will his health hold up for him to make it to the elections?
Yes.
So, now, we're going to this is take 2 of this reading.
Yeah,
because we want to cite our sources accurately.
Yes.
as 2 people who spent their lives not being identified accurately, we are rather sensitive to accurate identification and attribution of genius to the parties who come up with such geniusness.
Yeah.
This case.
Make sure you say Kim from Intuit View and not some other person's name from Intuit View.
Exactly, Linda G from Intuit View. Now, Kim and Linda have done things together, so it's not a huge insult, but Kim from Intuit View, I believe it started with her 2024 predictions, saw that this was going to be a crazy election year. First off, it was going to be a year of polarity where you would really see where the sides were dividing, the black versus the white, the good versus the bad, the light versus the dark. And a lot of David and Goliath things where small people or small entities were going to overcome large entities with things. But basically, with the polarity, it was going to be real obvious which side you were choosing. No, you weren't going to be fooled by anything. And one of the things she talked about was that the election candidates that we had, the presumptive candidates that we had at the beginning of the year, may not be the ones that we saw in November. And I believe up until last week, Kim reiterated that. Certainly before the Pennsylvania incident, she had reiterated that. And, a couple of inches or a foot or something like that are a much better shot out of a 20-year-old. And we might have a completely different Republican candidate right now. Mm-hmm. Today, we recorded this on the 21st of July. It's 7:00 p.m. Yep. And we have a different candidate for the Democrats. Was not expecting that. Every reading I've done has said Joe Biden would make it through November. He would win the election and be exhausted, but happy. And free will kicked in sometime last night, this morning, and Joe Biden withdrew his candidacy for the 2024 presidency. And now let the games begin as we figure out who the Democratic candidate is. Mm-hmm. But one of the things that had come up was, Trump and Biden are rivals right now. And with Biden stepping down, I think Kim I think it was Kim who had talked about this. Again, it could also be Susan Lin, because I listened to both of them, and they both come up with really interesting takes. This actually sounds more like a Susan Lin thing, so we'll leave it. It could be either one. If Biden were to step down, this could leave Trump in a position where spiritually he's not needed anymore. Because spiritually, Biden was there to take out Trump. Biden's now withdrawn, so Trump doesn't need to be taken out anymore. So Trump could potentially go away too. Now, mind you, Trump has had strokes in the past. He has been shot at in the Pennsylvania incident. Clearly, mere centimeters of almost having his ear injured to the point where he can wear a bandage on it with no stitches. I can't wait to see the first photographs of his damaged ear, because again, he should look like a freaking Keebler elf right now. But will Trump's health hold up for the election? Biden's out of the picture. Maybe spirit doesn't need Trump anymore.
Well,
your thoughts?
It's also the Republican Party, he's already accepted the nomination, so yeah, he's definitely not going to step aside willingly.
No,
they're not going. He's not going to go willingly. Of course, I guess that would go without saying, right?
Yeah.
Even when he's shown the door, he doesn't go willingly. He lingers about. So yeah. So is his health going to hang up? Looking at the energy today, because Lord knows we could do this reading every single day between now and November 5th, and we could get a different answer every single day. But for right now, doesn't look like he's going to be there all the way to election day.
Yeah. Hey, turn up your microphone a little bit. You might be a little bit soft relative to mine.
Okay, well, just
I'm a little bit worried that I'll be coming across like a and you're going to be like, oh, this is neither little person.
You do, though. All right. So I'm closer.
Well, I was just hoping maybe you'd go into settings on your computer and turn the microphone volume up. Hey, I'll pause for a second.
And
a few moments later.
Yes. So I turned my microphone up so Dave doesn't sound quite so shouty.
No, we're both shouty.
Yes.
We speak loudly and carry big sticks and use them too. Okay, so what we want to find out is Trump's health. Will Trump's health hold up? Or any other reason why Trump may not make it to the election? I mean, he may not make it to the election because he's got a golf tournament in Saudi Arabia he needs to attend and never come back from,
Yeah, thanks, Eileen Cannon. May have postponed that golf tournament.
Yeah, which one do you want to read on?
I don't know. You start. I'll pick up the scraps.
Okay. Entertainment purpose only. Trump's health leading up to the election. Is there going to be an event that might cause Trump to drop out? Deck is upside down. Page of Cups.
Well, that's a tough foundation reading.
Yeah, it's not the greatest one, is it? This, to me, I always treat this as like the QAnon, the MAGA cards. At the foundation, it's MAGA. Now, in the end of the day, MAGA is going to vote for Trump. Trump could flee the country and they would proudly vote for him because best president ever and all that type of stuff. Yes, indeed. This can also be, emotional immaturity and kind of just loopiness, going down that path.
That's kind of how I took it, was that he's got some cognitive decline issues.
Exactly. The fish in the cup is completely normal. Why would you think it's anything but that? I said it's okay. Crossed with the 7 of coins, just evaluations, health, money evaluations. I think what you're going to see with all I'm seeing with this is he's going to continue to mentally decline. He's going to continue to get simpler in his thinking patterns, a little more delusional. And, they're going to keep monitoring his health, but his health is unrecoverable. Just as somebody with dementia type illness, there's just going to be a cognitive decline or just a general health decline. Yeah. That's not recoverable. His best day was yesterday, and now today's his best day, and tomorrow will not be as good as today, but tomorrow will be his next best day. But it's just going to be declining. There's no more great days. It's just in the past we got the 8 of Swords. Swords are about intelligence. He has a family history of dementia, and it's the man he was in 2016 is not the man who he is today. The man he was in 2020 was not the man he was in 2016, and he's not the man he was in 2020 either. There's been a big mental decline, and there's really nothing he can do about it. It's genetics. It's a condition that degrades over time. We're asking, will he make it to November or make it to the election? Current situation is the 9 of coins. I think his health is stabilized for the moment. There doesn't appear to be anything going horribly wrong. He was born with great genes. He's taken full advantage of them, abused the living bejesus out of them, but he's still kicking. Overarching energy is the World card, though. But how long? How long can you abuse your body? How long can you you don't diet? You don't have a balanced diet. You don't sleep. You might be abusive of certain things. That's going to catch up with you. And he's 79 years old. The days of catching up are way closer than far off, if not well into the days of catching up. Lesson to be learned is the strength card. He'll probably be propped up. Trump, again, has really good idea of optics, and his team has a very good notion of optics. They will continue to put him into situations where any type of health decline is minimized for the public to see. They will put him in situations where he looks good for whatever purpose it serves. Outcome, though, is the Three of Swords, heartbreak, betrayal.
Oh
yeah. Let's see, we're in July. In 3 months' time, this could be like in 3 months' time, it may not be, he may not be there. Heart attack, stroke, something like that. If he has, mental health issues, something not good is happening with him or is continuing to happen with him and likely will manifest again before the election. Now, I know I have said this before. I said this in May, and it got moved to June. And I feel like I'm a broken record with that. And it's like, the guy that predicts the end of the world and said it's going to happen on June 14th, 2024. And no, I meant November 3rd, 2024. Just a simple math error and misinterpretation of the Bible. I'm just trying to interpret the cards.
Hey, did you know that the election is Tuesday, November the 5th?
No, I didn't.
Yes. Some moron suggested it might be November the 2nd, which is not election day.
Well, I think I'm wildly guilty of that for sure.
Hey, did you know that Thurgood Marshall was the first Black Supreme Court justice?
I've heard fake news like that before. Trump needs to take better care of his health. If he wants to make it to election day standing, he needs to take better care of his health. Plain and simple. Yeah, you can mask it. You can put him in situations to hide it, but he's got to do the work. Believe it.
Someone had put a thing in the comments that I picked up on. I know you don't have time to go through all the comments in ours on the Twin Tarot, but he did a pattern Star Trek, the original series, Patterns of Force reference on that.
Oh God!
which is like it's like talk about life imitating art. It's just if you haven't seen Star Trek, or if you have and you don't know what Patterns of Force is, it's basically
Star Trek goes to World War II Germany.
Yeah, pretty much. There was someone from the Federation ended up on this planet, and he became their leader, but he basically recreated the Nazi party, and his health was declining, and they would just kind of prop him up in front of a camera, and they'd have the microphone in front of his face, so you couldn't actually see if he was actually speaking, and they basically had a recording of his speech, and they would just prop him up to be the figurehead leader. And
Breakfast at Bernie's, effectively.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was still alive, but not capable of actually doing anything.
Drugged out of his mind.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, what's the question I'm throwing on?
I don't know. What do you want to
say? Same thing.
You can get your interpretation of.
Yeah, okay. I'll do it on mine. Will Trump make it to the election day? Do you want to do a 4-card or a regular?
However you want to do it. It's your throw.
Okay. I'm gonna do a 4-card just to get a little clarification, because Dave's got that 3 of Swords.
3 of Swords, yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of a not the greatest outcome card if you're a Trump fan.
No.
So let's see. For entertainment purposes, I'm gonna throw 4 cards and see. Let's get a little more information on that 3 of Swords. Is Trump's health of is he going to have?
That's what it means. That's for clarification on the 3 of Swords.
Yeah, let's get a clarification on what that Three of Swords means.
I'm hoping to see that Six of Swords or Eight of Cups come in as he flees the country.
Okay, signifier card. Seven of Wands.
Fight.
Fight.
It's a rigged election, Garv.
Got to defend. You got a lot of work ahead of you on your health. The Empress card and the Hangman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is telling me a whole lot. Okay,
it's your shadow card.
Shadow card is, oh boy, the Greedy Merchant. Hopes, wishes, and dreams fulfilled. Okay, so so what does that Three of Swords mean as far as his health? The outcome being heartbreak. Well, Trump is going to be on the defensive. There's going to be a lot of work being done around his health. The Pentacles are health, wealth, and things of value. There's going to be a lot of work being done, and I'm going to assume this is around his health. The Empress card is about kind of abundance and basically good. It's a fertility card, but it's about abundance and good emotions, lots of good things happening. And then you got the Hangman, just looking at things from a different perspective. And it's kind of the shadow card is hopes, wishes, dreams fulfilled. I'm not sure what I'm seeing here.
What I'm seeing is the election stolen. He's the election comes and goes, and he's still fighting the election and trying to fundraise off of it, saying that the election's stolen and we need to have a recount and a do-over and the same old stuff. And the Nine of Cups is because just like 2020, it's a stolen election. It's the same song and dance.
Yeah, so the heartbreak isn't a health event. The heartbreak is he's just simply
loses twice to a woman, Gary.
Well,
a black woman.
Assuming the Democrats, decide that Kamala Harris is a suitable presidential candidate, since our vote didn't count in the primary, apparently.
Yeah, I think the way things are set up, I think when Biden agreed to step down, he wanted to advocate for Kamala to be the presumptive presidential pick, and I think that was agreed to by the leadership. I mean, to the point where the Biden-Harris campaign is now the Harris for President campaign. So she's basically inherited the entire election apparatus and all the money that Biden has fundraised.
Yeah.
So she's got all the money. So it's looking like she's the presumptive candidate unless things really go sideways. So right now it's just a question of who's going to be the VP. They'll put on a dog and pony show for, what about this person as the president? This person as the president. But you know what? It's already been decided.
Yeah. So the Empress, the negative energy on the Empress?
Lazy, entitled.
Yeah.
Marie Antoinette, let them eat cake.
Because I'm wondering if one of my biases and blind spots is I tend to read the positive energy.
Yeah.
So
never a good thing with Trump.
Yeah, he's such a light in a cave of darkness. So he's on the defensive. There's people working on his health. There's people fundraising like crazy.
I don't know if it's his health. I think that's just him, continuing the grift. Yeah. The election's stolen. Keep sending me money.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, because the Dems are going to steal the election from you.
And they did. If this is the Three of Swords and the election turnout, he's going to continue to fundraise until he flees the country or is incarcerated.
Yeah, and the Empress could be, hey, I've gotten all the money I can get.
Yep. And then what's that card?
Yeah, that's I got this golf tournament in Saudi Arabia I need to go.
Gots to go.
And I'm gonna I'm going to take my money and run.
I'm going to go hang out with my friend MBS.
Yeah. So, I'm going to go back to one of Dave's favorites, which is when the reading starts to get easy, you're probably closer to what the cards were trying to tell you. So what I'm thinking is your Three of Swords is he's around for the end of the election, but he loses. Yeah. He's going to, the big collective duh in the room is he's going to say it was, election interference and there was cheating and yada, yada, yada. And then he's going to fundraise the hell out of it. He's going to gather all his things of value and he's going to skedaddle.
That Three of Swords, you can look at it as he lost to a woman.
Yeah.
He lost to a non-Caucasian. Yeah. And he lost. First off, Trump never loses. He always wins. So losing is the first sword. The second is not to a man, but to a woman. And third is to a non-Caucasian woman. It's just like the trifecta of things that go wrong in his world.
Yeah.
Think about Trump's insults. When he insults somebody, what's one of his go-to insults?
Yeah, you're a loser.
You're a loser. So to him, being a loser is the worst insult you could possibly hurl at somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's...
Well, to this day, he doesn't acknowledge that he lost by 7 million votes. He lost the popular vote both to Hillary and to Biden.
Yeah.
He just happened to win the Electoral College. And even after the Electoral College, he was contesting that he actually lost the popular vote.
Right, because his ego can't handle that.
Yeah, it's not a complete victory if I didn't win the popular vote.
Right. Clearly a lie, because how could I possibly have won the election without the popular vote?
I was millions ahead of Biden at the end of election day, and then the Dems just figured out how many votes they needed, and they stuffed the ballot box with exactly the number they needed, plus 7 million.
Yeah.
They like overkill, apparently.
Especially in California, because, we didn't quite win it enough in California.
God. So it sounds, to sum it up, it sounds like Trump will be around currently till November 5th, which is Tuesday, November 5th, the day that we, cast our ballots. And after that Three of Swords is probably him coming back with, the typical Trump playbook, which is, election interference, that it was rigged, and you need to throw lots of money at me because the Democrats have, weaponized the judicial system and the electoral system and whatever other system you can weaponize, they will have done it.
But this only happens if we get out and vote.
Yes. Now, in the comments, we're all pissed off about what happened to Biden, but we'll by the time this comes out, we'll have had a couple days to kind of cool off, maybe a little bit. But at the end of the day, we still need to vote blue. There's been lots of comments from people, vote blue no matter who. Well, it's time for us to put our money where our mouth is, right?
Yeah.
It's, voting for the Democratic Party is still the priority here.
Yeah. If you're upset with some of the Democratic candidates, vote for them this time. Get them in. Let them start fixing things. And come primary time, you're not obligated to vote for them in the primary. You can vote for another candidate that's a Democrat in the primary if you so desire. That maybe better represents your viewpoints on things.
Absolutely. There was a lot of comments on my is Biden stepping aside and will Biden forgive and forget? And there were a lot of people in the comments like, oh, I would not forgive. I won't forget. Well, you know what? Like Dave said, for 2024, we got to do it for the team. But
it's our democracy at stake.
Yeah. After this, you don't have to forget.
Yeah.
You can choose to forgive. Forgiveness is a lovely thing, but you don't have to forget. And it's okay if you decide you want new blood in Congress.
Yeah. But you need, it's got to be up and down the ticket, because you need not only the presidency, but you need the Senate and the House in order to get stuff done.
Yeah. So the same thing goes to Harris as it went to Biden. We have to give her, if she's the presumptive Democratic candidate, which I'm assuming she is, we have to give her the tools to let her do her job. Now
Right.
you have got a prosecutor, that's now potentially going to be the president, and you've got the convicted felon who's her opponent, right? So, any debates are going to be really fun to watch.
Sure.
And you know that if she still has this Supreme Court additional powers that they gave, thinking that Trump was going to win, you know that she's going to be ruthless. If Trump thought Biden weaponized the Justice Department, you get an angry Kamala Harris in there who's ready for a little bit of justice card. Yeah, Trump, if you thought you had it bad, you just opened a big can of whoop ass.
Isn't it ironic the Supreme Court just made the president immune to crimes, and now you're putting a prosecutor who understands they're immune from criminal prosecution. Oh, this is like a dream come true.
Yeah, I mean,
she can be as evil as she wants to be. And
as much as I would love Biden to still be on top of that ticket, Harris is not a bad person to lead the charge.
Yeah, I think Harris will have a lot less issue using the levers of power and taking advantage of the situation that's been handed to her. She, much like how the Republicans don't really care about niceties and stuff like that. They care about power. Kamala Harris understands power, and she understands how to use it.
It'd be kind of an interesting throw, maybe some future throw is, will the Senate be more, the Republicans in the Senate be more willing to put amendments in place to limit executive power if Kamala Harris becomes president?
Oh, I think once you've got the Democrats in there, and Trump is out of the picture, I think you're going to suddenly find Congress is going to be a lot more amenable to that. But you have to get other stuff done first. You have to pass laws to get rid of this presidents or kings thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is basically what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I said amendments, but yeah, it could be laws, could be amendments. But either way, I think the Republicans might be more amenable to it. Like, oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, so I could just have you all arrested so that we do have a super majority to get rid of this, right? Oh, nice. Okay, we're going to end it here. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting our channel. I appreciate it.
Yeah, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I will try and respond to them as I can. Dave had 700 comments on his latest video, so I'll do my best, but I might not be able to be as thorough as I typically am.
All right. Have a good day, everyone. We'll catch you on the next video.
Bye.